It is time for us to hear from Sri Suresh Prabhu. Sir, the dice is all yours.
Good evening, friends. Let me congratulate, first of all, the management of this institute for creating this excellent infrastructure and providing opportunities for students like you to pursue your educational studies, to make a beginning for your career. And therefore, I really wish to congratulate you and all your colleagues for doing such an excellent job. I'm sure all of you must be very proud, because now onwards you become graduates, proud graduates. So you'll get a degree, but make sure that you keep the degree. 20 years later somebody is going to ask for it. I'm very happy that you are passing out at a time when there are paradoxical situations exist in the world. On one hand, it looks like terrific opportunities, tremendous opportunities. On the other hand, the world is full of so much of uncertainty that I don't think any modern world, economic world at least, has seen such uncertainty of this magnitude, in which no one can really fathom what's going to happen in the next few months, few years. And therefore, this is a great time to be entering the business world. Because on one hand, nobody knows what's happening. At the same time, it looks like the opportunities are in abundance. So you can actually make the best of this. When nobody knows, you should have an advantage. Because normally, there was a time when, who was the most powerful man? The powerful man was the man who was holding something in him. Others didn't know. And that's how even our caste system started in India. The holders of knowledge felt that I am holding it so close to my chest, nobody else can know. Even in government, I've seen, you mentioned, that's why I was remembering it. When I was looking at one of the most ambitious projects in India, interlink your rivers, the most important thing is that I had to go and convince the states. So somebody said, I am not agreeing with you. I said, why? They said, give me some time, let me think about it, why I am not agreeing. So then I used to ask him, is it based on certain information, some data? So he'll call the chief secretary. Chief minister will call the chief secretary. Chief secretary said, yes, it's a very serious problem, we don't agree. I said, any reason? He said, no, there is a lot of reason. I said, can you tell me one? He said, wait, I'll call the water resource secretary. The water resource secretary will come. He'll say the same thing without having anything. Later on, we found out that the state data was stored in the junior most officer in his cupboard. And he didn't want to share the data with anybody. And that's why even the chief minister was unaware. But he must have whispered in somebody's ear that we must oppose it because it's not good for the state. Point I'm saying is, we felt that holding information is a great knowledge, a great power, and therefore not sharing it is an exclusive prerogative of yours, and therefore you are having an advantageous position. But when nobody knows what is happening, you have a great advantage, because then you are on the same pedestal as the rest of the world. So this is a great opportunity. The other part is the uncertainty part, which is always there. The life itself is full of uncertainty. I don't want to say it for any other reason, but because I am reading that book, so just playing on my mind. I am reading a book. I keep reading many books at the same time. But one book I am reading is on Genghis Khan's life. It's a fascinating story of a man with nothing. Nothing means he was even born when his mother was stolen by somebody. Anyway, I'm not going to details, but I'm saying because I have to catch a flight. I'm saying is, uncertainty is a great opportunity, because now you are living in a world which is completely not structured. Any business you normally do, and to be a successful businessman, you cannot do a business where everything is so well structured. If everything is structured, where is the opportunity? Everything will have the same opportunity. But if there is something which is completely unstructured, there are great opportunities. How do you find them? That's why the entrepreneurship is born. That's why you must start thinking about it, and then only you can really move forward. So we are entering the world at a great, great time. Uncertainty, opportunities, and you are on the same pedestal like the rest of the world. Dr. Mishra, who runs a very big business, knows as much as you know. I'm not trying to say because it's such an uncertain world. And therefore, it's a great opportunity for you to actually break this glass ceiling and enter it. Now, what do you do in such a situation is something that depends upon your character. Everybody has the same level playing field, then who succeeds depends upon that person. And the person's character is not the character that you learn in terms of what to do, what not to do. That's of course part of the character. Most importantly, your own personality, which is really reflected in terms of your ability to do something which others fear to do. And therefore, this is the most important thing to do, is to go out and try to seize these opportunities with both your hands. I remember, I keep quoting him, but J. Krishnamurti was one of the greatest philosophers ever born. And he used to say something very interesting. He said the biggest enemy of a human being is he himself. Because your past experiences, who turn into prejudices, prevent you from doing something which otherwise would have done in a normal course. And for example, if a child is sleeping on a bed and he falls, so that is playing on his mind because that's an experience. It doesn't go away. Now, every time he sleeps, he cannot sleep properly because he feels he's going to fall. So he is in a situation where he's not enjoying his sleep, he's not at ease with himself. So taking risk, or not even risk, I'm not even using that word risk, but doing something that your own inner mind tells you to do, and you cannot do it, is only because your own personality prevents you from doing it. And that's what the character I was talking about. So great opportunity, great risk, and great possibilities, and that's the time you are becoming graduate. I don't want to be here as an agent of a government to tell you what are the government doing, but I can assure you one thing for sure, that what we are creating is a platform for people like you to come and take advantage of. If you can create a level playing field, you can have a sense in which there are some rules which are set, and those rules are governing a larger behavior of the business and the market. And if you can then go out and work in it, you can really be able to swim against the tide, make it big depending upon your own abilities. And that's what the government is doing. I can tell you one thing, we should have the self-confidence and also have a realization of the reality. Sometimes we don't realize the reality and believe something which is abstract is the reality. And that's why we get confused, like what we are doing in India. The rest of the world has so much confidence in India, but they wonder, we have so much confidence, but why you people don't have confidence in yourself? And that is why we should try to understand, we like it or not, we are going to be a second largest economy of the world, and not too in distant future, in a very short possible time. Now, how far we reach it depends upon you. I'm not putting the entire burden on you to say you do it. I am saying it's something, an Indian model of development, Indian model of growth is based on entrepreneurship, is based on private sector participation. Unlike in China, how much economy will grow, they can decide 3 years in advance. Their economy will grow from now till 3 years at this rate. Of course, that also is now challenged. But they could have decided that because it was all state driven. And what is India's success story? India's success story is Ashok Saraf and Company. All of you are entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship drives the economic growth in India. And therefore, we really need this growth to be driven by people like you, who are managers. But if you continue to be managers, thinking that, I am the manager, so let me look at my senior, what he tells me I will do, because then, I have a possibility of getting a promotion. So then, you probably will get promotion, but you will never succeed in life. And therefore, to succeed, You must know what you want, and that is what is going to drive the entire process. If you think others are going to tell you what you want, you are finished, whether it's your parent or your brother or sister, whoever it is. So therefore, knowing yourself is the most important thing. Again, I don't want to talk about it, but our great author, Paulo Coelho, he says, pursue your dreams. And I really believe that you do it, you follow your dreams, you know what you want to do, and then you will find one day that all the other people who are calling you fools are left far behind, only watching you, and maybe they have become now experts analyzing it. Like Sachin Tendulkar started playing, there were must be commentators saying, you know, that hook that he makes is not right. That square drive he makes is not right. Then somebody asked that great commentator, how did you do it? He said, I never played cricket, how can I know? So my job is to comment. I am a critic. So in India, there is no dearth of critics. They can tell you everything, how it should have been done. You tell him, why don't you do it? He said, I don't know how to do it, how can I do it? So this is what the others will do, but you must pursue your own goals, pursue it, make it really great, because you must believe in something you do and then pursue it vigorously. That's what success will bring it to. And I am very sure you are in the right country, at the right time, under the right government. And I really offer you all my best wishes. Looking forward to you succeeding. And as I said, nowadays what is more important is not getting degree, but proving that you have it. So we'll have to prove it over a period of time. Thank you very much.